Hey, my name is Slayton. I work at the Cath Lab at Spring Hill Medical Center here. And if you don't know what the Cath Lab is, it is an interventional place where we come here to do the heart caths and also check out any other vascular, arterial, or venous to check your patent flow and other pressures and whatnot. My main goal as a Cath Lab nurse and my responsibilities is to obviously take care of the patient, maintain their airways and vital signs, and while I'm doing that, I'm also monitoring that, getting them in the bed, hooking them up to machines, EKG, blood pressure, and pulse ox, and getting them prepared for the procedure on the table, with sterilizing, handing the physician meds, circulating through the laboratory, which means handing them stuff if they request or call for it, certain products on the shelves since they can't grab them since they're sterile, and to chart and give meds and to be there to assist in whatever other roles that I can help out in. My hours in the Cath Lab are 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, mandatory per se. So I come in at 6 o'clock in the morning, get here, and we leave when the last case is done. So I could leave at lunchtime, or we could be here till 10 o'clock at night, just whenever the last case is done. We've been here late as 12 o'clock. I've heard some nurses being here for a 24-hour period working and on procedures in the Cath Lab. So as it's not a Monday through Friday job where you get off every day at a certain time, so it just depends on the day that you got it. You just never know how many cases you can have, from 2 cases to 20 cases that day. And so about 1 weekend a month we take call. And what that means is we just have a pager with us, and if we're needed in the lab, whether it be a heart attack or anything else, we come in and we do that case. And that's a 72-hour period starting Friday and ending on Monday morning is considered the weekend. We have a great crew here, thank goodness, and we work good together, which helps us get through a lot of tough cases. And we can encounter some tough cases, and sometimes those are just very demanding, on whether it be mentally and physically draining. But we got a good staff that always helps out. Stress levels are pretty good around here. Morale's always up. So here in the Cath Lab, we're a team, literally. So it's good to have a good team so your stress levels can stay good. Working as a nurse, in the Cath Lab, you need to have the certifications and requirements that are required by the hospital and the Board of Nursing. And to obtain those, you need to have an associate's degree of nursing or a BSN in nursing. Spring Hill prefers a bachelor's. And you also need to have ACLS, that's Advanced Care Life Saving Support, and your basic CPR, BLS certifications. Those are the 3 requirements to work in the Cath Lab. And there's also some preferred things that they look upon, and that is experience and nursing beforehand. Generally, they don't hire new grads in the Cath Lab, but you know, it's exceptions sometimes. But most of the time, they like a nurse that is experienced in cardiac, interventional, or ER. Those kind of fields, they kind of transition really good into a Cath Lab nurse. Some other good things to help out with when you're applying for here is to have obviously experience, and also being able to be teachable and being coachable there, because here in the Cath Lab we have tons of equipment here, and you got to learn all this stuff, what to pull off the shelves for these physicians when they need it in emergencies. And it's probably more stuff than any hospital, anywhere in the hospital that we have, and just willing to learn that. And it takes a year for a Cath Lab nurse to learn this stuff, is what everybody really says, and I can concur with that. And also being a team player, because we work as a team. You're just not one nurse for one patient, you're 3 nurses to one patient, and you need to be able to work good together and get along, and it just benefits the patient. Covering the best and worst part of this job in the Cath Lab, starting with the best part, I would say just the satisfaction of leaving every day that you know you helps the patient out. I mean, when you talk about instantaneously improving a patient, here in the Cath Lab is coming in with a heart attack that's dying, and they leave without chest pain and are able to go out there and see their family in the hallway and know they're going to be all right because they had a blockage. And actually just see it actually go on, it's pretty amazing. Be there hands-on and being involved in that. And that's just one of the best parts. And that's mainly, if you want to be a nurse, just to help people out. And that's a perfect example. Bad part, as I spoke on before, can be long hours, can be very long hours. You don't know what you're going to walk into every day. It could be a lot of cases, and you can pack a lunch because you're going to be there a while. And also on call, even though it's one weekend a month, but you just never know. It's kind of tough getting out of bed at 2 o'clock in the morning and driving 30 minutes to do a case when it may take 2 hours or maybe 6 hours. You just never know how long you're going to be here. If you're a student and in school for nursing, highly stress the fact that you need to learn the body, learn everything you can. Just don't memorize it for a test, because you come back in here to the Cath Lab or wherever you may be working, and you just brush the surface, and you really want to know what's going on. I mean, this patient's life is in your hands, and you just don't want to second guess. You want to know this stuff and feel confident in it so you can take care of that patient and make them feel at ease too. While in nursing school, I would highly recommend volunteering, or actually some of these hospitals locally offer programs where they'll hire you as a student nurse, and what that is just you'll be doing hands-on patient care as a nurse aide. And that was a great experience. Got to meet a lot of people in the hospitals, got to build relationships, and that came back to benefit me in the long run after graduating nursing school, to be able to find a job when some people were having tough times to locate a job. And just building those relationships and learning about the hospital and the environment, where to work, what kind of floor this is, and just learning odds and end things of getting an upper hand when you're out before the person when you graduate is a good experience, and it will pay dividends.